Hey guys, this is Hawk. Welcome back to the channel and to Abiotic Factor, where we're going to be jumping in because there was officially an update about 2 to 3 weeks ago. As of the time I'm recording this just in the new year, January 22nd, 2026. And it was the update was about 2 to 3 weeks ago. My holidays were a little bit crazy, but I wanted to make sure we get in here because there's some new really cool stuff. There's supposed to be a new homeworld. There's some new there's more deployable items, decorations and such. There's supposed to be new plantable items, and also, guys, in the most exciting piece of information, the baked foods now have buffs, like the soups, which makes them, that's supposed to be making them more valuable to craft, that you're supposed to actually want to use the oven items and not just the soups. So let's go ahead and we're going to jump in together just to make sure that if anything pops up on my screen that you guys get all of it at while we're hopping in. I've been exposed to radiation and I feel a bit nauseous. It is also nighttime, apparently. As of the last time I logged out, it's 2:20 in the morning, which is fine. Shapeshifter is here. All right. So, new deployable items. I'm not sure if these are things... Oh, yeah. Okay, hang on. Gus is coming, and the security bot is coming, and there's a lot of things that are all of a sudden happening. Also, there's security bot stuff already out there, and he's about to get electrocuted again. I do think I moved the traps. I moved them closer to the door. I don't remember. I think they got torn down by something. He's got a lunge attack now that he didn't used to have. I don't think half the time he ever made it to my, Yeah, you're in my base, I see. I don't think he really ever made it to the... once he started getting electrocuted. All right, here you go, sir. You have yourself a soda. Do you have a stapler for me? I need staplers. Guess not today. All right, we need to check those recipes, just to see what all... I mentioned this in one of the last videos. It used to be that you had to be around to collect the items when the security bot actually... Okay, there's raw pest stuff. There's arcane scrap and a flickering eyeball. Which I can tell you how that happened. We haven't gotten into it yet, but basically, after the last time I recorded, I got a base attack. And there was some of the arcane people that came in. For instance, there was a Mystagogue, which is the floaty guy. And they came in here and I had to fight them. They were out here destroying all of my stuff. And I actually got, this is one of the things I wanted to talk about today, I got a gate defense rune, a carved rune in the shape of the gate company logo or something very near it. The Mystagogue dropped that item. I'm wondering if that's what we need. Okay, you're creepy, dude.
Working hard or hardly working?
I'm wondering if that's what you need to be able to open the runic crates. So we're going to be testing that out today. But for now, I moved my distribution pad. There we go. I moved that because of trying to walk across to get into the door of the kitchen and not have things get sorted out of your inventory when you don't want them to. So anyways, please take everything. Please take that as well. All right, perfect. And we will go put this pest rump in the kitchen. I'm sure my Gusses will not appreciate the fact that I'm carrying it around. All right, and then we need to check on these crafting recipes. All right, so what do we have that's new here? We now have an item stand wall. Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. I assume what that is that it is like these, except obviously it goes on the wall so that you can put items in it rather than... Because I've been thinking about that for a while. We just have... There are a ton of hats in this game. And I was trying to figure out if we couldn't get some of this stuff. It's one of the things when I filled out their questionnaire asking what types of things we would like to see that I thought about afterwards. I really should have put that in. I don't... Like, I've got an entire chest just full of hats that I'm never going to wear. I'm never going to wear, you know, the Kanan bonnet, for instance. Like, I'm just not going to do that. And so, anyways, if that's what that allows us to do, that'll be amazing. All right, other things that we need to check out. All right, let's see. There's something in base defenses. An Xer fetish. Oh, that sounds... a little disturbing from the start. A fetish that Xer are highly superstitious of, preventing them from appearing in the area when powered. This will not prevent assaults or portal storms. Okay, well, we've already got something like that. It's this one. The Symphonous Scarecrow. It sounds like it's the same thing, except that this prevents Xers, which we don't really get around my base. Pest Scarecrow. Well, I guess we get the... We do get the attacks. I don't know if this would prevent that. I'm assuming Scarecrow that scares off pests in an area. Oh, fine. All right. And a Radio Scrambler. You can't have my runic thing. A Radio Scrambler that confuses order troop communication, preventing them from appearing in the area when powered. This will not prevent assaults or portal storms. Yeah, see, this might have been something that would have been useful at the other one we based that one time in labs, and we were in that like kind of executive conference room, and every time I was in, not every time, but a lot of times when I would fast travel back there, the captain would be in the room and I had to fight him, and it drove me nuts, and that's why we moved my base. But this does not prevent assaults or portal storms, so that's the only thing I can really think of. All right, what do we have here? Oh yes, one of the new plantable items is a carrot. I have no idea where we find a carrot, but apparently you can now plant a carrot. And now there's gonna be carrot cake, it looks like, and carrot fries. Okay, now, do we see in here? Shadowberry pie improves your sneaking skill. That makes total sense, Shadowberry pie. All right, what else do we have in here that's actually got buffs to it? Let me see. The raw crumbed dark water fish increases your aquatic abilities. The roasted nori increases fishing XP gain for a time. That would probably be worth it, because I try not to go fishing too often. The raw apple pie increases healing for a time. Okay. And the pumpkin cookie tray slightly reduces incoming damage for... Oh my gosh, I make so many pumpkin cookies. That sounds amazing. Raw pumpkin dough slightly increases agriculture, construction, cooking, and... But does it... Wait. You don't eat this. I mean, you can, but it causes sickness and vomiting, but... Is that what you do? You eat the raw dough, and then you get agriculture, construction, cooking, and crafting? I have no idea. Raw pumpkin pie, well, this is, again, maybe this is cooked. Can you bake this? I've never tried to just bake raw pumpkin dough, because if you cook the regular dough, it turns into bread. Maybe you get like a pumpkin bread if you do that? Maybe we should try that. Let's go try that. Because then we can look at the rest of the things while we are waiting for it to bake. So we needed you, and we need you. Probably should check the layak at some point, too. All right, here we go. Can I put you directly in an oven? Cook raw pumpkin dough. All right, I've never done this before. All right, let's go back to the items here. The pumpkin pie reduces incoming damage at the cost of movement speed. Oh, that makes the other thing that I was looking at, the pumpkin cookies, way better, because that did not have a movement speed penalty. And I mentioned before, I like taking the stuff that has less hunger fill value because of the fact that you eat it and get it out of your inventory and you don't feel guilty about that. Pumpkin slices are nothing. The anti-burger is apparently nothing. This is still the Cosmato salad wrap, still attracts the layak, but he's contained right now, at least in my world. Rapidly recovers health. Guys, we need to find carrots. And the carrot fries slightly increase agriculture, construction, cooking, and crafting. Yeah, I need carrots. I need carrots badly. All right, and then carbuncle casserole. Carbuncles to ignore you for a while. Okay, that's very uneventful. Yeah. Temporarily increases max health and stamina? Oh my gosh. We need to make this. That sounds amazing too. Salted honey pie stops any active light in... That does... Oh my... My mind is blowing right now. Okay, okay, this is one thing I was a little devastated about. We're, of course, moving into these, like, this gamma set that increases radiation. I was a little devastated about losing my accursed armor because of the fact that it stops bleeding. And sounds like now we don't even need to worry about when I get rid of... right now, I've got only enough of it on that it would only stop light bleeding anyway. It wouldn't stop heavy bleeding. But now we have the ability to make salted honey pie, and it stops any active light or heavy bleeding. And I have all of this stuff, like all the time, pretty much. Pest pie is nothing. Okay, hang on. You are now... yeah, you're pumpkin bread. That's amazing. And I got speckles on my screen right now because we just determined in the last episode that this only has 50%. There's pumpkin pie in the fridge, as a matter of fact. I don't know why that's in there, but there's pumpkin pie in the fridge. All right, so let's keep looking here. Nothing for the anti-cheese sandwich or the anti-pasta. The carbuncle pizza increases jump height. I tend to make a bunch of these. Have they reduced the cost of this? I've not been looking at the costs. Oh, maybe it was the carbuncle cast. I remembered one of them taking 3 carbuncles. The carbuncle pizza, though, it kind of sounds like I want to keep going with pumpkin cookies, carbuncle pizza, and salted honey pies. Attempts to immediately summon a guest from Antiverse 33. I don't know what that means, but this is used as a grab to make it. It kind of sounds like you're trying to get the Laic to show up. French fries are also agriculture, construction, cooking, crafting XP gain. Yeah, so we got the pumpkin cookies that reduce incoming damage, the salted honey pie, which we can take along and would eliminate light and heavy bleeding, and this guy increases jump height. And those are simple enough to make. Oh, the glowing gâteau rapidly recovers a bit of health. Guys, we have stuff now to do health instead of just syringes. That's amazing. Quickly recovers stamina with the gumdrop cookies. The raw pest pot pie temporarily increases max health. Causes pests to leave you alone for a little while. Okay. Temporarily improves your sharp, blunt, and throwing skills. All right. And then we have the sausages. That all sounds amazing. And oh, that's right, the raw pecky brecky hash. Yeah, I'm down for these. These new recipes, we're doing these. All right, so we have a simple pest pot pie. We do have the glowing gâteau back there. We do have some pumpkin cookies. Simple pest. Here's the creepy meat pie. Let's try it. Okay, the laser's on. Yes, you have beckoned IS0091. But how does that work when he's contained? You're still in here, right? You totally are. I see you in the mirror. All right, let's take your Laic essence. You definitely need some grab. All right, so I think that covers all of that. I don't know where to find the carrots, but there is some stuff we also need to search for, based on what I have actually... let me put this in here before I forget about it. Restore containment. There we go. You're topped off now. Perfect. So the creepy pest pie, we don't want to be making that if ever the Laic gets loose. Well, let's go ahead and put those in there. So one of the things we needed to do to find this new world that exists is apparently you need to go through the Dirac area in the labs, the Dirac containment, and I vaguely remember where that is. So I would like to go over there. There's a bunch of other things I would also like to do that I didn't realize this would go in the fridge, because it doesn't need to. It doesn't deteriorate. Like, here's a whole stack of it. Interesting. You can see here, I've got just tons of stuff. Like, look at all the honey that I have and all of the melted ice cream. So we can make just tons of those things. Those salted honey pies, and take those along. We just need the dough and the salt. Oh, it doesn't require melted ice cream. This requires eggs, which is fine. We're growing those too. I need to immediately find carrots, is what I'm thinking. And we also need to go check out this homeworld, which is over in the lab section. Guys, I also don't recall if I mentioned, I was having a hard time with this mushroom planter the first time that we put it out. And you don't actually have to plant anything in it. I don't remember if in the last video, if I mentioned that, but you don't actually have to seed any sort of seeds or spores or anything like that. When you craft the mushroom farm, it just starts producing. I'm trying to find somewhere I've got... Trying to take a shower. Long story short, I need a shower because I've got radiation poisoning. All right, guys, we have made it to Containment Block Dirac, which is where we wanted to go for this portal realm. Now, there normally is an Xer in here. I've never seen this without an Xer in here. Huh. Well, there's you. Huh. It's still funny to me that he started dying to a electric weapon. I mean, I guess, to be fair, he probably could be dying to, there we go. He could probably be dying to the blunt damage, however... Alright, let's go ahead. I don't know where we're looking for this thing. All I know is that it said we need to check Containment Block Dirac. So, that way goes up to Helmholtz. This goes to the back rooms. I don't know what's in there. That's something we've never had access to yet, as far as I'm aware. I've still got speckles on my screen. I suspect it's because this is in my inventory. Alright, there's that, like, Bernie stuff. This is where we got the antique gun. I don't know what that is. Is this it? That looks like a snow globe. And it's able to be opened, and it wasn't before. Oh my gosh, guys. Touch it, shake it, package it. What do we do? Let's shake it. Okay. I shook it. There's snow flying. Let's touch. Enter portal? Yes. Is it snowing so badly because I shook the snow globe? Alright. So, this might be dumb. I will tell you that right now. Oh yes, the snow's done now. Hang on. Let me get my lab's teleporter back on here. Because one of the hints in the thing, when it talks about all of the... Oh. It says don't step off the train or onto the... Basically, don't step on the tracks. I mean, there was a train coming. I saw it. But apparently nothing happens. I thought maybe that was like an Easter egg or something like that. There's a fire in the fireplace. There's some presents down there and train pieces. I heard Santa. Santa? Ooh, arrival bell. I want it. My inventory's full. I also do not have, platform cards. We should probably talk about platform cards at some point, meaning that they have been fixed. They should now have all their inventory slots back. Alright, I've got this. Put this away, please. I can totally take the little train pieces. Oh, this is so fun. There's logs to put on the fire. Guys, we have a Christmas stocking to open! I'm so excited! We need to look around before we open a Christmas present. Hang on. We'll get there. Why is this house on fire? This seems to be a problem. What is happening here? Why are you all on fire in here? What is this? A jolly cap. Pick this up to potentially unlock new ideas. Dang it. We're gonna eat our pumpkin bread. I need to pick up the jolly cap. Also, what is this? Oh, power socket. Okay. Oh, good. I've got agriculture, construction, cooking, and crafting XP for a while. Oh my gosh. No freaking way. Alright, let's go
Perhaps I'm getting a little too endothermic.
Yeah, that's because I sort of jumped in the fire by accident. All of the presents look like they are, slightly toasty. There's another cap. Another power outlet. Aww. Let me in! Oh, we can go in the back. Disregard. Is that another stocking to open? Oh. Mostly made of sugar. Here. What about naughtiness? I haven't been naughty. Don't you fib to me, Santa. I'm just checking all the buildings to see what you did here. In Santa realm. There's a sleigh. There's another Christmas stock. Okay, it's got more candy canes in it. No. Are you joking me? Wait, how do we do it? Oh, that is hysterical. Guys. Guys. Okay. That's amazing. That is amazing. All right, I think we had one more house over here to check out yet. You? Oh, your whole front door is kicked in. What has happened to this place? Is this all because I shook the snow globe? Have I not shaken the snow globe? Hey, toilet. Very nice. Yeah, this place is perfectly fine. Why is this the only one that didn't light on fire? And there's another candy cane. Goodness. I can take holiday sconces back with me and put them in my base? Oh, there's emails. All your data. Between A. Stern and P. Brown. Parson, my good man, I need you to go over everything my team brought back. Mantiverse 188, EM scans, GPR data, seismic reports, survey information, anything you've got on the place. I haven't seen half the data I collected. Sure, Abe, I can get a packet together. We've still got about 1,000 questions, like where A188 actually is, how old it could be, and why the GPR sends back no return signal past 15 meters, to name just a few. Are you looking for something specific? Sort of. Janet has some weird fixation on one specific element. You see, there's this shelf that's stuck out to her in the photographs, and she wants me to fetch some more information about it while she's away. I ran it by Derek. He said he saw no harm in whimsical pursuits around the holidays. And then something about safety measures, but I assure you it's all quite above board. And we just want the data. We're not planning to do any interaction here. If Mance cleared it, I suppose that's fine. I don't think anyone had actually took notes on the shelf. Maybe someone measured it when sweeping the room. Frankly, it looks just like a shelf to me. Janet's exact words were a wishing shelf from childhood. It's apparently something they did in her family. I've never heard of it. And I checked with HDEP. They've never heard, I don't know what that means. H department? Maybe? I don't know. They've never heard of any tradition like it either. Weird. Well, here's the data. There's definitely some weird fluctuations on the EM band in that area, but it's practically the same. Carrots and coal for all the... I'm sorry, I got distracted. I saw carrots pop up on my screen. Does that mean you put carrots in my stockings? How do I become bad? I want a carrot. What if... Hang on. Can we destroy stuff? Adjust top hat. Oh! Guys, I'm being attacked by a snowman, which should be horrifying, and I'm kind of intrigued by it. keeps going. Oh! I want... Yes, yes, your carrot nose! Your carrot nose! Give it to me! Oh, he got me. Guys, I thought all the homeworlds were safe. Maybe this isn't... Actually, maybe this isn't the homeworld. Maybe this is just... Maybe I misunderstood the thing. Maybe this is not supposed to be the homeworld. Let's try you. Yeah, how do I get this? Oh. I'm frozen. I see what that does now. However, you are frozen at the same time. Oh, how do we get up to that pretty house? You calm it down now, sir. Alright, guys. I kept getting him stunned, and I wasn't sure if that was to be expected. So I Googled quickly just to make sure he is actually beatable. And he is. And apparently can be instantaneously killed if he comes onto the train tracks and gets hit by the train. Otherwise, we've got to do it slowly and over time. All right, now I just need the train to come around. Did it kill him? Where did he go? Okay. He didn't kill him. This is hysterical, though. Oh, I probably better go heal myself. I just realized he's got a gate employee in his shoulder. Oh, there we go. It worked this time. What you got going on here? Snowman's hat, hexwood. Oh gosh, I've got too much stuff. Hang on. All right. Snowman's scarf. No. Carrot. And we can now make a snowman and hexwood. I would like to take the hexwood, but I need to drop something. We're going to drop some glass. All right. Oh, I have to shoot. I have my briefcase yet, too. Okay. I'm headed up towards the cabin on the hill, I think. Maybe that's what we're looking for? Can we get up this hill? I guess is the question. I just heard him say, Santa say, so much naughtiness. Maybe that is not the cozy cabin that you're supposed to have access to. I am not 100% sure. I didn't look at, I didn't look anything up to see where it was. But I mean, that looks promising, other than the fact that, like, this village is a little bit on fire. Is there anything we want in the square here? Oops. I mean, obviously the tree's on fire, so that's less exciting. I'm assuming we don't take the ornaments off the tree. No. Okay. Well, I think we got what we came for, which was carrots. Now, do we... A roughly conical edible growth closely resembling a cultivator of the Carota family. Oh, yes, can be planted. All right, perfect. All right, let's go back to HQ. Let's get this thing planted. What say we? All right, guys. Carrots being planted. Very nice. We now only have one more spot available before we have to make more farm plots. That's amazing. I love the gardening in this game. All right, let's see. This is cold resistance +1. A raffish top hat retrieved from the physical remnants of ISO 127. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. Okay, let's put our armor back on. Also, I got a scarf. Oh, that looks ridiculous and kind of amazing. Okay, cool. We've got stuff now. I still, that doesn't take me to the home world, but I'm sure we'll eventually find the home world. What I would like to do now, well, there's a couple of things that I wanted to go over here. Let me put away our snowman gear. All right, guys, we're putting the arrival bell right here on the front counter so that people can ring it when they come, which I think is the idea. I never got this made because I didn't get a knife yet, but this totem that I was asked about in the last episode, I need a knife, a kitchen knife to make it, but I believe that is, you put it here in the base and then it attracts the chef lady, I think is how that works. You will also notice I have lactic acid is the status effect that I have on my legs, and that was because when we went over to labs, I actually just kind of sat on the exercise bike for a while. We're getting close to being completely done with sprinting, and I'm hopeful that a couple more trips on the bike will do that pretty quickly. Hey, look at that. Sprinting level 19. I do believe we're now working on sprinting level 20, of course, which is called Out of My Way. Sprinting speed increases over several seconds. At max speed, you can stagger any medium-sized enemy if collided with. That sounds amazing. I've been trying to hop on the exercise bike as every time the lactic acid disappears just to be able to get the extra XP. There we go. I can no longer gain any more XP. All right, so let's head back to HQ. There's a couple of things I wanted to check on today. Also, the lights are about to go out. I did take a couple of minutes. This was not done previously, but I just did it just now. I rearranged the armor dummies, and that was simply because there's this like chunk of the wall that sticks out, like this part here. I had the shelves down too low before, and I couldn't put shelving across this thing, so I actually moved it above kind of that little cutout section, and that way I could kind of center all of it. Was bothering me. I know that's a certain level of OCD that was unnecessary. Oh, there's a shelf still here. I thought I was going to be able to fit more shelving in. I was able to fit, I think, 2 more shelves when I did that. I would have liked to have had like 2 more on either side, but basically not too much has changed. I kind of stuck with what I had done previously, where kind of the very first armors that we got are in the very middle. So this is the makeshift armor, and then the forge armor, and this is the symphonist armor over here. This was just random stuff. Like I mentioned, that was like bionic legs and biometric wraps. That's the Sagittarii. I left those armor dummies open, and that's because I can actually jump from between those two. Like, I'm not blocked by the vent. This vent sticking down blocks me from jumping from those shelving units over there to these. So I kind of filled out the rest of this end then. That's the carapace armor. The security armor, that is the medic armor. And then, of course, the fluffy clothing that we used to go to Voussoir. And the other ones, as I mentioned, I'm going to keep this up until we finish filling out the armor sets, though, just in case. But I generally keep the ones that are still usable on the ends. There's nothing on this one right now, which gives us plenty of space for stuff going forward. The crystalline armor, I still sometimes use. I'm going to be filling out it's dark and spoopy. What is this? Oh, yes. This is the hex armor. And we're going to go ahead and toggle this off here because I don't think I mentioned that, but... Oh, right, and this is the Mountaineer stuff in case I would need to go back to Voussoir for any reason. This has got cold resistance. I don't... Oh, maybe I wasn't able to do this yet. We've gotten this, and I think this is a piece that I need for the next level of armor, so I don't... Let's double check here. I also must have gotten something. Oh, yes. When we fought the snowman, we can now make our own snowman. Also, we can make... What is this? A snowman's getup. A dapper combination of scarf and hat from a frosty fellow and no need of warmth. Is that for the purposes of putting on your snowman? No, it just needs a lump of coal. Okay, so then what was the purpose of that. I had no idea there was going to be an encounter tonight. Apparently there is. Oh, you put them together. And so I think each of them individually were cold resistance of 1. Apparently you can put them together because they both go in your head slot. All right, and then you would be the last thing that I have to open, which is... Oh, anomalous plant food. I opened that when I was on the bike, and I hit... Something popped up that I hit, like, another level of agriculture. I had to assume it was oh, gosh. Thought I was going to break my leg there. I think the carrot probably hit another level of agriculture. All right, where are you people? Okay, well, that was the weirdest thing. The music just went off, and nobody ever came, like the ding that indicates that you're done with the event. So anyways, we've got lots of armor dummies now that we should be able to use. But that's right, I wanted to check on the helmet for... That goes with all of this. Yeah, this thing. I needed the head of a giant. I needed smashed gate NVGs, which I don't think I have. Or do I? Hang on, wait a second. Smashed NV... Oh, I can't use the database terminal right now. Okay. Okay, smashed NVGs. I do have some... Okay, hang on. Do I have everything I need then? To make... Because I would be able to wear the leg plates. I just need to be able to make the helmet. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Oh, yes. We have everything. I think this is it anyway. Does this... This is not part of this armor set. So I just made this for no particular reason. I mean, it is armor of 24, but yeah, sure. Actually, let's go ahead and wear it. I wasn't going to because of the fact that I've only got the set bonus for 2 pieces, even though I'm wearing 3, and I was going to put the other set back on. But this is armor of 26. So, or I'm sorry, 24 with that helmet. I wish I knew where I got that helmet, though. Oh, wait. Oh! Guys, I totally just messed up. Oh, no, no, no. I needed the Jotun helm. This is the nucleus helm is what we need. So I'm missing a piece, apparently. That is the 4th piece. Yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead with this. I think I'm pretty much... What is happening here? Did I just somehow duplicate a helmet? I am so confused. You've got a helmet. I've got a helmet. Okay. Well, that happened. Let's make one of those wall stands quickly, by the way. I wanted to see how they work. Okay, wall stand. So if I would put this just here for the moment. Okay, I mean, that's on a weird angle. But if I would put, say, for instance, this. Okay, it's weirdly sideways. Is that what this is intended for? Like I said, in my mind, it was like, it would be a nice thing to be able to... Maybe I have it though in the wrong angle? Okay, you can only turn it so many directions. Like, you can't turn it upside down. If I turn it this way... Yeah, now he's staring at... Okay. I don't entirely know what the purpose is of this wall stand, then. What if I just put a gun in there? Oh, I mean, that's amazing, actually. That I love to death. Hang on. Oh, that looks amazing. Maybe we'll start doing that with some of our weaponry. Okay, so I put the gauntlet in there. That doesn't look quite as cool, but it's all good. All right, so we're gonna be headed off here. We've already done some, like, random bunch of things this episode so far, and I actually have a couple more random things that's kind of on my agenda of things that people have made some comments over time, and I'm supposed to go back and check some different things. So we need to go... Gosh, I think I've got reactors. No, I've got labs on me. I also need... We're going to be going to the night realm. All right, guys, we're going to go one at a time here. First of all, we need to go to Canaan. I still love this place. Not gonna lie. All right, so what are we doing in Canaan? Well, very simply, what we're doing here is that we are trying to, let's put on, where's HQ? Just in case we need it. If you recall correctly, there was that corrupted corn that was here. And, we have the ability now, we figured that out in one of the last episodes, that we have the ability now to go into the crown processing plant and purify corrupted corn. However, we need corn to be able to do so. And there's a bunch of people here. I'm going to try to ignore them. Come on, I need one of these to have a corn on it. Hey, I found one. Here we go. I also was able to get 2 apples. All right, so we're going to go directly from Canaan over to the arcade to get this purified before it decays and we can no longer use it. So let's get out of here. And hopefully we don't run into a symphonist back here. Let's take the little bit of a wide berth here just to make sure, because like I said, I have seen one here before. He is not there. Okay. Let's go in and exchange our corrupted corn. Oops, I'm gonna try to jump in the machine myself, apparently. All right, corrupted corn. It's corn and edible. Sowable corn at that. Okay, okay, yes, we can scrap. I was gonna say it can be planted is the important part. That was what I was looking for. All right, we also have to go to the night realm, but let's go back and get this planted right away. We can offload some of these teleporters. But we want to, let's go ahead and get you charged and you charged and you charged. All right, we're gonna go ahead and scrap this and then we will be growing corn, which is our last and final growing spot unless we make more. What the heck? Were Gus and Gus both here a second ago? Or did they look like they kind of fell in? We got a carrot. In exciting news, I believe now we can make ourselves carrot french fries or a carrot cake. Oh, maybe we'll just save those and we'll make a carrot cake then. Hopefully they've got enough decay. Yeah, they should be okay for a little while. And then in here, I want to keep these apples because at some point I would like to... Oh, I would like to at some point be able to... There we go. Let's make some dough. There we go. Yeah, I would like to at some point be able to make an apple pie, but there was only 2 apples that I could find over there. What do I want to do with this dough? Can I make anything? The answer to that question is yes. I don't even know why I didn't think about this. We're going to make a salted honey pie because it stops any active light and heavy bleeding. And we're going to get that cooking so that that's done. Okay. We also need to go to both the hydro plant office and the night realm. And do I need to go to the labs outpost? Let me think about that for a second. There was a reason I have that. Okay, guys, I'm still waiting for that salted honey pie to get done, but I just thought I'd point this out. Raw carrot cake says it rapidly recovers health. The glowing gâteau said it rapidly recovers a bit of health. So it actually sounds like the carrot cake is probably the better option. So we will be making some of those at some point. We just need to kind of get the carrots rolling here. It looks like it takes 4 of them per. The rest of this stuff, super simple. And then speaking of honey pie, it is in fact done. Let's go ahead and sit you up over here. You're going to be one of our new fancy things that we're eating. This thing does not have any sort of buff to it, so I probably won't make any more of these. However, How are my stats here? I'm gonna have to go to the bathroom soon, but not yet. We need the teleporter for HQ to go with us. I remembered what it was that I wanted in the labs outpost, so let's go there quickly. Very simply, all that is that somebody asked me, why is he always out here now? Oh, you're dropping hexwood, though. But seriously, like, this guy, I say this, like, every time we come here, but, like, he used to, all the time when I was based down in there, he always would roam the halls, like, in front of the elevator. And now it's, all of a sudden, ooh, digital ore. I'll take that. All right. All of a sudden, I move the base up there, and every time I zip line down, he's there again. And it's... drives me a little bit crazy. All right, let's go. We're heading back into here. Excuse me. Oh, the Xer's back. Of course he is. Oh, he did see me. All right. Somebody asked me. It's dark. There we go. That seems to have an AoE now. Has that always had that? Because I hit one zombie and one got electrocuted behind him. Or maybe I'm just imagining things. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, somebody asked me the question. They said, why didn't you talk when we were in here? Why didn't you talk to the penguin? I had no idea the penguin was talkable tool. I had no idea that you were able to
And I'll
talk
be homeostatic.
to the penguin. Okay. Have you seen Maxine? Okay. Can that go away so I can actually talk? There we go. You found all the royal crowns. You can fly back to space now. Oh. I'm happy for you, and I'll see you, but you should escape as soon as you can. Oh, why? Be safe, and good luck finding the Oracle. Commander Feely. Okay. Oh, here's IS-0105, which is the snow globe. Must be kept at all times in a physically decoupled crucis-level containment zone, isolated from all sources of motion, drift, or residual momentum. The item should only be touched or, under extreme circumstances, moved by appropriate trans-recon operatives, equipped for long-term field deployment and cold weather survival. The snowman. Okay, we've beat it, but apparently, I don't have everything. There's too much redacted data there. How many pieces are there? Oh, here's some stuff about it. I'm not going to read all that right now, though. Commander Feely. A sentient indigenous entity living within the simulation that is ISO 083, mourning the loss of her fellows and the apparent infection of her home by an unknown digital containment. Commander Feely has been variously described as a convincing I don't know this word. Simulacrum. A cognizant signpost and the unwitting victim of collateral unconsciousness. That sounds cryptic. I'll take you, though. Because you're right here, and it only makes sense. Now, the last two locations, I'm hoping I wasn't getting trolled on at least one of them. But the last two locations, one is the hydro plant, and one is the night realm. So somebody popped into one of my, in the comments when I went through here, and I was looking for a night sigil that was used for crafting something. The person said it is at the bottom of this pool. So we're gonna go ahead and try it, but we're gonna be prepared to jump into the, like I said, I don't know if I'm being trolled here, but we're gonna try it. Like, is there a bottom? Like, I don't even see up anymore. There's up. Yeah, if it's in here, I don't even know where you would see it. Guys, I have no idea. I've been doing I kept swimming down and down and down and down just to see if that... Now I'm trying to swim up, what I think is up anyway. It's very dark in here. It's very hard to tell. Seems like I was actually going down for a very long time. There it is. Wait, where did it go? Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I was just being trolled about that and somebody was hoping I would, like, drown to death in there or something like that. How much room do I have? I've got a little bit of room. I want to go really quickly and grab some night essence. I would like to be able to open some more of those security crates. And in order to do so, we need the gate keys, which require the seeds that are made with like 10 night essence. So I will be right back. I'm going to grab a couple items. All right, guys, last but not least, you can see we're back at the hydro plant. There's the submarine. That goes to the spillway. We jump down to go to reactors. Somebody had told me that there was a different way to get to one of the areas, which is this way, that we had gotten to a different way. Apparently, this is how most normal people get to... Yes, this area with, like, robotics and whatnot. Wait a second. Oh, right here. Right here. Okay. And then we go through the vent. Okay. Now down here, somebody told me I stared straight at something that I was supposed to have seen. And they indicated that it... But just by the way they said it, I kind of went back through and I wasn't sure if it was in one of these, like, crates or whatever. But they said I stared right at it. Oh, I see it. A security bot figurine. Now we have it. Alright, we can teleport back to HQ now. Oh, goodness. Alright. And then there's probably one other thing that I wanted to do today. And I don't know how long it's going to take. So I say that. We might go start it, and then we might have to, like, abandon it later. Security bot figurine. Look at him on the shelf with all the rest of my figurines. It's amazing. Alright, guys. In exciting news, I can confirm all of the inventory slots are back for the platform carts. We're going to take a couple of these along just in case we need them. Take the ones with the headlights. I don't know that I'm taking all of them. I might actually go to reactors really briefly to get anti-juice. If we're going to start making a bunch of those honey pies, I need to get my beehives active again, and they are not right now because I do not have... I've run out of anti-juice. And if you remember correctly, we went into that world with all of the Xers, and all of the water there was made, like, all the ponds and rivers and stuff were made of anti-juice. So I can fill an entire barrel in one shot, but I'm going to have to leave it behind. It's going to be very heavy. So I'm going to have to leave it behind on a platform cart. But what I was... So, actually, I guess for starters, let's just start by going there. Because
These readings make no sense.
Okay, you stay where you are, and I'll stay where I am. Okay, so to get there, we just have to go, we just have to go back up to where we... Yeah, I'm ignoring you. We have to just go back up into that portal. And I'm not sure the easiest way to get there. Okay, platform cart is down. Let's go ahead and fill the barrel with anti-juice. You can see I am incredibly encumbered now. 10,000 anti-juice. We will be good for a while. Now, we want to head to the labs outpost at this point. And the simple reason for that is because there is a door. I'm trying to remember the fastest way to get there. I don't honestly recall off the top of my head, so I'm going to go the way that I know right now, that I can immediately think of. I know there's another way that we could have gone. We were already on floor 5, and I want to be on floor 5. But we're going to go this way. But basically, I went up, there was a room. We were able to open the keypad hack with the clearance thing. We were able to open it, and it showed me that mirror. And I said I did not want to do anything with the mirror until I had a chance to look into it, because I knew there was something that cleared skill points. So for future reference, in case you're curious, the thing that clears skill points, and that makes sense, you know, after I read about it and remembered, it's the amnesia threshold. So that is the thing that we do not want to mess around with, because I would like to keep all of my skill points. However, there is that mirror thingy that was through here, and I said we were not going to do anything with it until I had a chance to research it. I didn't look to see what it did necessarily. Is there anything here that I want? No. No. It's slightly creepy. But we're gonna go see what's with the mirror. Okay, well that happened. I was just... The world in the mirror. Okay, where's HQ, just in case? I'm a little weirded out already, and I just got... Okay. They're all locked. And you can't kick them in. Okay. World in a mirror, huh? Okay. IS-08... Maybe we should look at that to see what precisely this is. All right, containment protocol. All TR or research personnel visiting Antiverse 36 are required to establish a locational beacon at the primary egress point. Review position and confirm bearings every 200 meters if progressing further than 500 meters from the primary egress point. Establish satellite beacons every 2,500 meters if proceeding further than 5... We can make beacons. I'm pretty sure... Okay, let me go get some beacons, assuming we're able to teleport out of here. All right, guys, I spent some time on the exercise bike. Got lactic acid in my legs again. It looks like I got over 3,000 before it capped me out, so it looks like I probably have maybe about 2 more times left on the bike. Then we'll be maxed out on that. But yeah, let's get back over. And I made 5 beacons. I don't know if that's what those are for. I'm also a little afraid of, like... I mean, these portal worlds reset. I'm assuming that these would be... that these will be reset and I'll lose them if I don't recollect them. I guess... They weren't horribly expensive. They took energy bricks. So those are... I mean, they're not the cheapest thing on the planet, but anyways. All right, let's go back in, though, and make sure we get our beacons set up, and I guess run in one direction until we figure out if there's something out there. Okay, so if we use this as a visual indicator of which direction we would like to go, let's run this way. Run backwards, I suppose, for a while. Like, at some point, I'll have to put a beacon down. Okay, it's visible still from here, but let's not get too far away. This is beacon 1, I guess we'll call it, so that we know which one's closest. Ooh. Sure, baseball bat. Sounds good. I don't even know if that's what based on what that just showed, I'm wondering if that's more like if you're playing in multiplayer and you want people to be able to find something. I don't have a map right now either. So let's just keep running. Oh. It teleported me not quite 180 degrees from where I was. Yeah, I don't think that beacon is necessary. I wonder if there's anything to do in this world at all. All right, guys, I ended up Googling because I wasn't sure what the functional purpose of this world is. And this is what Copilot is currently telling me. The world in the mirror, also known as IS 0855, is an endless flat portal world primarily composed of grassy fields. It is designed to be a peaceful area for players to build bases without the threat of hostile entities. So it doesn't seem as though this actually has a functional purpose. I apologize, I'm kind of clicking all over the place here because, well, I was trying to get back into the game. My cursor was in Google, let's put it that way. So yeah, I guess I could see that because, I mean, it is peaceful here. You literally only have one power supply here. You'd be running endless power plug strips. You can't really do anything down here. Can you run back out? Yeah, you can. Well, that was not the most exciting thing for us to end a video on, but I do believe we've gotten a bunch accomplished today. Odd and end things that I wanted to look at for a long while now. That's the labs teleporter. Where is HQ? There it is. We got through some of the updated content, we learned a couple things, and I'm excited to jump back in next time where we're going to head back to reactors and try to get the, I believe the last one we were working on, was it the cloud reactor? Yeah, we were working on the cloud reactor. And we do have a bench set up there for us to teleport to try to get to the last area that we were in, because it took us a long time to get there. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Like I said, we got a lot done. I'm excited about the progress of the game. But I'm going to thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this episode, feel free to like and comment. Also subscribe so that you get notified of future videos. But for now, my name is Hawk, and this has been Abiotic Factor, and I will catch you guys next time.